everyone, welcome. I'm Savannah. I am the owner and dyer behind Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. I have plenty of social media as well, which I will have linked in the description below, where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram, so if you want to see progress and other photos, go ahead and just follow me there. Okay, it is March 8th and it's now 8:10. 8:10 in the morning. So I feel I'm still trying to wake up a little bit, so I'm pretty exhausted. I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm struggling this morning. I also feel like this week is going to be a little bit more hectic. It's a short week for my kids. They don't go to school on Friday. They have e-learning on Friday. Hello, Aurora. My son's birthday is on the weekend, so we have to make sure his goodie bags are completed and ready to go on Thursday for his classmates. Hi, Aurora. She's probably gonna bump the tripod. Aurora, please don't. What else? Oh, haircut. I guess I already talked about all this stuff, and then I deleted the clip because I started rambling. I got my hair cut on Wednesday last week, and this is the reason why I'm filming a day early today. this week, whatever you want to call it. It's because I flat ironed my hair yesterday and it still looks decent. Tomorrow I will be washing it, so I won't have time to do all this to it, and I didn't want to film a video with big poofy hair. Because that's what my hair does. It's thick, it poofs when it air dries, and I wasn't going to, I mean, even when I blow dry it, it gets real poofy, so this is why you're getting this video a day early. Luckily I was able to just do kind of a walk-in. My husband had an appointment for him and our son, but it was directly after his work hours, so he couldn't come home to pick up our son, and so I had to meet him there. And then my husband asked the lady who was working there, since she was in between clients at the minute, so my husband's very personable. He could just talk to anybody. So he asked her, he's like, hey, how much do you charge for a haircut? And then she's like, for her? He's like, yeah. And then she turns to me and she's all like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I just want it chopped with a few layers. I didn't want a blunt, you know. Like I said, my hair's thick. I know what happens if it's just a straight cut. It's super blunt, super bad. So she's like, oh, it's only like $40. And she's like, well, I have time now. My next client is running late. You want to do it now? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Because I hate appointments for frivolous things. You know, I consider getting a haircut not a necessity, like a doctor's appointment kind of thing. So I usually talk myself out of appointments of this nature. So I'm thankful that I was able to just get it in. We did talk about my hair color and what to do to fix it. So I don't know. Again, that would be setting up an appointment. We talked about just stripping it and going to my natural color, and she would be able to make it pop more, which, you know, it'd be less maintenance. I wouldn't get all this all the time, you know, my grow out. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I didn't set up an appointment at that moment because I just didn't. Anyways, Rora, honey, yes. She's being so silly. Come here. Say hi. Say hello. Yes, you're a good girl. Look at you. You're so beautiful. This girl turned 9 this month. Yay! She's making me a biscuit. She's making me an air biscuit. She's 9. I can't believe she's 9. Don't. You're going to knock the tripod over. Oh, thanks, sweetie. Oh. Thanks, Rora. Go that way. Just lay it down on the couch, please. She's silly. She thinks she's in charge of me. Let's just say that. She thinks she's in charge of me. And that my husband is the one in charge of her. That is how she views our dynamics. Anyways, let's get into this. This channel is about knitting mostly, but I do have a little bit of cross stitch to show this time and one thing of haul. So this hopefully won't be too long. What are you doing? Oh, Orange came down, so she's hi, Orange. Hey, you're not gonna, you kitties are always just getting in the way of everything. Okay, lay down, Orange. Lay down. Okay. I guess we'll go smallest to biggest just because. Oh, he's gonna knock the tripod because he's getting in my lap. Trying to. Okay. So I worked a little bit more on my March socks for the Rainbow Sock Chronicles by So Sweet Violet, and I can never, I'm so sorry. Again, everything's linked below so you can find it. The whole gist is to knit a pair of socks a month for all 12 months, and they have to be a certain colored theme. So March is orange, and I'm not thrilled with my orange. I'm just not. I just don't love orange. I've seen some other people's like peachy colors, and I'm like, dang, I wish I had some of that kind of yarn. So yeah, March is orange or peach. So this is what I have so far. I did quite a bit of it during church yesterday. I do have like these ideas to just finish these socks. They're just gonna be these plain vanilla socks, and then like dip dye them in yellow. Maybe like not the full thing, like just dip the toe area, the foot, toe and the foot. I don't know. I don't love them though. I mean, I'll wear them. I have no problem wearing wearing this, but I don't love the color. Anyways, so that's what I have. This is just sock 1, knitting them on a Chiagu US 1 or a 2.25 magic loop. I did mark yesterday where maybe I'll put the heel in, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So I'll just keep knitting, and then figure it out from there. Whoa. Next is kind of a bigger story. So this one might take a little bit longer. So if you've watched my previous videos, you've seen the Rad Vent cardigan. Is this the one? Nope, this is the other piece. Okay, so I've shown it. This is what half of the project looks like. The Rad Vent is a cardigan that you work from cuff to body, and then you repeat on the opposite side, and then you graft them together. So this is my right side, and then my left side. So I don't remember where I was when I showed it last week, but after that video, I had finished it and started grafting it together. I got about halfway done with the grafting when I realized that my left side was bigger than my right side. So you graft these sides together. So I started right here because it tells you to leave big old chunks. So I'm grafting it. And the other piece was like this much longer. It was like 10 or 12 stitches. I say that because I counted 12 the first time, and then after that I counted 10. So I don't know exactly which one was my right number, but so yeah, it was too big. So I went back, checked all my, stitches, counted. I had cast on, so I'll show you on this one. There's a cast on that you do right here. for the body. I cast on too many. Yeah, that was my problem. What do I want to say? The pattern is there's nothing wrong with the pattern. It's just it's made for a lot of sizes, and there's the paragraph where you cast on has so many numbers, because it says you're going to cast on this many, but it's going to be this many per needle, and then, you know, all this, and there's so many numbers. So I think I just misread which number I was supposed to do, and I was feeling cocky because I had already done it. So I was like, oh, I don't need to highlight which one. I know which one it is. I'm just gonna do it and knit, knit, knit. So I did it, didn't bother to count my stitches, and then got all the way to where I needed to be. So again, I'll show you so you can see. This is where the cast on is. So the purple all the way to this deep dark purple. Just knit all that. I had to rip it all out. All of it. To rip all the way back to where the blue meets. I was so upset. I was so upset. But the next day I went and I cast it on again. And I double checked everything before I continued on. And it's now correct. So yeah. I have not touched it since because I do have other obligations. So this will get love again soon. So yeah, oops. All of this got ripped out. All of that, and that was a fun adventure. Not really. But it's done, it's back, and it'll get done soon. Yeah. Just a pain in the butt. I also put it on, like you can see here, this is one way side. This is the part I graphed to. This is going to be the front. I did have these on different type of stitch holders, if you noticed before, but it bunched everything up so I couldn't see it very well or even like count the stitches well. So I did decide to just change it to that's a twine of some sort that I had. This way I can just, you know, see it better. Just make everything easier for me, right? Okay. That was an adventure. Lastly is my test knit. This one I actually have a picture for. Test knit is French Terry by Susan of Yoni Knits. Yoni, I believe. Yoni, maybe. French Terry test knitting. It's got a all over honeycomb texture. I tried doing some like math the other day to see how many days it would take me to complete the body kind of thing. I was just like, well, if if I can get, like, I had done 10 repeats of this 4-round repeat for the body, and I got about 3¼ inches. So I was like, well, if I can get that much off of 10, you know, so I did this math, and I don't think any of it matters because I did another 5, and then I was already at 4¼ I believe. Or 4½. I don't know. So it wasn't consistent or something like that. I don't think. Anyways. So I was like, whatever. I'm still trying to get at least 5 repeats done a day, which is about 20 rows. I have not been able to meet that. what was it, on Saturday I did 4 repeats, and then it looks like I did only 3 repeats yesterday. So, but I'm at 6 or 6.5 inches body wise, so I'm getting there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you about the yarn on the Rad Vent. So I'll go back in a minute. I'm hoping I have enough yarn for this one. This is Bloomin' Bloomers by Andromeda Sock Yarn. And it's just, you know, a 75-25 superwash nylon blend type, you know, just normal sock yarn. This is the honeycomb texture. And it's got a slip stitch detail down the side. Oops. Oh, orange, it's not for you. The, I need to get closer, but my cat is trying to get, ow! It's trying to get the yarn. No, that's not okay. Not for you. The marker is where I was last video, so I did knit quite a bit. Yeah, what else can I say about this? I am nervous that I'm going to run out of yarn. This is what I have left of skein number 2. I have one more skein, but I keep reminding myself that the sleeves aren't fully this yarn. I don't know how far I have to go before I start fading in the alpaca, the Surrey alpaca yarn. So let me show you here again. Big chunk of the sleeve is in a different yarn, so I'm hoping I don't run out. I really do want to, like, at least enough of a scrap of this yarn left to put in my northeasterly blanket. So we'll see. But I am getting nervous considering I still have the rest of the body and the hem, then the sleeves, with just however much left this is, which is, it doesn't feel like there's, I mean, it's probably a decent amount, but I'm nervous. Oops. So yeah, this has been my main focus. This has been my main focus for the last couple of nights because it's a test knit. I want to get it done on time. Okay. Quickly, this yarn. This yarn is a Monsoon Calamity yarn. This one is in the colorway Nova. It is a, my haul is actually another cake from Monsoon Calamity. This comes in a cake form, with this being the center of the cake, and it works its way out all the way to this, this side. This deep, deep color. Stop, orange. That's mine, not yours. Punk. I had to deconstruct it to do this specific pattern because you're only doing a certain amount of rows per. I probably would never get to these colors down here if I just did the full colorway. All right, so we'll go into haul real quick since that's still yarn, and then the little bit of cross stitch that I have. So my new cake is called Tranquil Tides. It's part of, it was one of her collections recently. I forget which one. I got the 1050 yards, which I always get. It's the biggest one that she has available. And it's a 4-stranded cotton yarn that she creates herself, as in, like, she picks the colors to put together and then changes them. Changes one tiny strand every, so, you know, like, I don't know how she does the length, the math for all that, but she does. She changes one there's 4 strands right there. And the inside is always the shortest bit, with the outside being the most. So it's usually about what I got when I disassembled, oh my gosh, words. Deconstructed. Hey, it's okay. It's just Aurora. No, leave her be. Don't. Oh, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. When I deconstructed it, I did weigh it, and it felt like the middle bit, for at least my Nova, was about 18 grams of yarn, and then this outside color, at least on that cake again, was about 30 something, 34 grams. Hey, let's not fight, Orange. Those two are always getting on each other's nerves. So yeah, this is the next one that I got. I thought this was beautiful. So it's like the purpley reds, and then there's some like gray blues, well, black, and then some gray blues, more blues, some mint or teal or whatever, and then it up to this color. It's really pretty. So I'm thinking a nice airy tee, like a t-shirt, would be really nice to knit up in this. So I've been on Ravelry searching through. I think I chose 3 different ones, so I really need to just narrow that down. Not entirely sure which one I want to do yet. I did try to keep it within the yardage of this, because I would hate to have to buy another one of these giant cakes just to be able to finish a tea. So yeah, I do love this stuff so much. It's fantastic. Oh, I also had to make sure that the tea was, you know, knitting around all the way, you know, from top to bottom. It could be from, no, it has to be from top to bottom, because if you have to knit flat at any point, then you're going to have to deconstruct or figure out what to do, because the stripes are automatic. The only way you can fix that is by deconstructing it, which isn't hard. It's just extra steps. So that's the only bit. I do have another thing coming in the mail, hopefully today. I don't know if it'll be today or if it'll be tomorrow. So that'll be in the next video. Okay, a little bit of cross stitch. I'm still cracking along on my Heaven and Earth design. This is the Widow's Mite by James Christensen. I did crop it. That's what this paper is for, to show you that I took out all the stuff back there, and then I didn't do anything, but there's like this much cropped off this side. Yep, it's pretty painting. I got a page finish the other day. I don't even know what day it was, but I got a page finish. I'm super excited about it. Do you see that? Let's get this out of the way. Oops. Okay. I got that page finished. So it looks funny because the page did break like halfway through her face, like a quarter through her face. But we got one eyeball done. I did go in and finish like around her lips, because one of the colors that were up here only had a few more stitches in the whole pattern, and it was right here in her lips. So I was like, let's just go finish those up. Get a color completed on this already. So yeah, she looks beautiful if you don't look at that eye. There, see, if you go like that, she's beautiful. Look at the detail. Yep, so one whole page finished. So I'm working on this next page right here. So there's a bunch of black up here, the rest of her, top of the half of her face, and then maybe some of this gentleman, that gentleman over her shoulder. I don't know. I haven't touched this in a few days just because of, again, test knit. So, but yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome to get a page finished. Yeah, that's really it, guys, for today. Relatively shorter video. Now I'm just going to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I'll have some lunch and then I gotta go to work. I'm also work on a project. Which one should I work on? Should I get a little bit of this done? I don't know. The socks will go in the car with me just in case. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you next week.